Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be drawing, that is a very bad separation, I'm going to be drawing some witch hats. Now I'm gonna fix those lines because that is incredibly not even. Let's just go ahead and do that really quick. Alright, let's go ahead and get to drawing the witch hats so that we can make more whimsical little lads. That's not right. This video is off to a great start already. That's not what I meant to do. Alright. Go like this, and there. When you do big swoopy motions like that, I feel like you can get much better results with getting a witch hat. This is supposed to be the front part, so we'll go ahead and try to get that like this, and then we'll get the back too, which I definitely made these too curved. Should have been sharper, but you know, that's fine. Then for this little circle here, gotta try to make it perspective a little bit. This is very messy, but I obviously plan on erasing it and redrawing it. This is just a sketch. That little witch that I drew in the corner might actually get in the way of this hat. Well, actually, I could probably break this one up into that, and then there's a little witch hat. Are we gonna give it any details? Maybe we'll give it a wrap that I like to give like all the witch hats. Any other details? Nah, let's just go ahead and leave it at that. But obviously, we gotta erase it and draw it again. And the little witch in the corner is gonna end up getting erased. Poor little John. He's dead now. He's been erased. Gotta not erase the number though. 237 consecutive days of drawing. That's like 100 days away from a year. That is not very far. I've almost been drawing for a year, kind of. I mean, it's still like 100 days away, but I mean, that's still pretty close, honestly. Alright. There we go with that. There we go with that. And we'll just go ahead and add a line there too. Make the circle. Make this circle. The kind of circle. The mostly circle. And then we connect the lines right there. And then connect it right there. The connection's a little weird, but I think overall it looks fine. There we go. There's a little witch hat. Who's wearing it? I don't know. No one's wearing it right now. Well, now we gotta draw another witch hat. How are we gonna draw this witch hat? Let's try to draw this one like big. I want to be able to see the bottom of this witch hat. So how are we gonna do this? Like curve it like this, and trying to think of what the bottom of the witch hat would look like, you know. It's like this one's like it's on someone. Someone's head's right here, and it's on them. Alright. So we got that. Where are we gonna wanna put the thingy? Probably right here, and then right here. And then put the witch hat out. And then let's go ahead and add a little bit of a curve to it and curve it up, because that's more interesting than just not curving it any which way. Which way? Witch hat. I drew this one too close to the little rings on the sketchbook. Alright. Oh yeah, the rings. Gonna need a new sketchbook here pretty soon. Should I get another one with the rings, or should I get a different type? I'm gonna get one with the rings. I don't like the ones without them. To be fair, I've never actually used one of those, but I'm just assuming I won't like them. I'm sure I'll try one day. Whenever I get a new sketchbook will not be that day, though. Alright. There we go. And there. Looks good enough. It's not, like perfect or anything. But it's not bad. It looks very odd. I'll give you that. It looks very odd, but what if I draw a little head in it? Draw a little circle. Put a head in it, as if someone's wearing it. What a beautiful head. I don't know. Okay, let's move on to another little witch hat. How are we gonna draw this witch hat? I don't know. Should we start with a circle so we can actually draw this one on a head? No? Because I never draw them on people anyways. I never draw witch hats on people. I only give them to whimsical little lads. Alright, let's try and go like that. And that. Now, is that going to look necessarily really good? I don't really know. But I mean, we're gonna keep going with it. See where it goes. See where it goes. See if it leads anywhere swell. Then we're gonna want to go like this. Go like that. And here. Actually, we're probably going to bend that one a little differently, but well, we'll leave it for now. Go ahead and go like that, and then just for the tip, we'll just bring it up. Maybe we'll even do another one for that tip. I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and erase it and then draw it again. Did I erase that one and draw it again? Pretty sure I did. I can't remember that. Alright, let's go and erase it. And then we're gonna draw it again, because that's the whole point of doing this. Just erasing and drawing over and over to practice drawing some witch hats. Because we gotta be able to do more of a variety for the whimsical little lads. whimsical little lads. Recently, most of their witch hats have all looked the same. 'Tis a terrible tragedy. We mustn't let that keep going. I actually didn't want this to get any smaller as it went up. I kind of wanted it to be like little layers and they all were the same size, and that's why these ones are actually on the inner part, is because they don't actually shrink in size. Like as they go out, they don't, what I'm trying to say is they don't do this where it gets more inward facing. They're just parallel. That's what I was trying to say. But I did mess that up a little bit with that first one and the second one a little bit. And this one is the tip, so should the tip go like that? The tip should probably, like, I don't know, be special in some type of way. Beautiful. It looks like it does. It's not perfect or anything. It's not terrible. Alright, cool. There's a witch hat. Honestly, I feel like this one I should have, like, made it go like that. The bottom. I'm gonna see what that looks like. Where's Tiny? There's Tiny. Alright, let's try that. Even though we already did technically finish it, we can just pretend as if we didn't finish it. That's a little off. Maybe if I perspectived it better, it would look a little better, but I don't really like that, so we're gonna kind of flatten it out a bit. It can stay how it was, still curving upwards, but we're just changing it a bit. There we go. Okie dokie. I don't know what I want the other one to look like, so I'm gonna shade the little dark areas right here while I try to think of it. Let's get this one too. That doesn't necessarily make it look good at all, actually. That one looks quite worse now. We're actually going to undo that. How do we undo that? Well, we just literally erase it and then draw it again. And it looks worse now, but like better than it just did. Alright, what are we gonna want this one to look like? This one. Well, all these ones have very, like, I guess this one doesn't, but they're all kind of short this way with the disc. So what if we make this one, like, alright, I'm gonna have to make it this way. I wanted to make it this way, but I can't. Alright, we're just gonna draw a little circle. We'll go ahead and maybe add a little bit of detail to it. How? We'll go ahead and add a little bit of damage, not damage, add a little bit of, what is this called? What is the word I'm looking for? I don't know. We're making it different sizes or something. I don't freaking know, man. I ain't got no clue what I'm saying. Now, witch hat. How we gonna make it witch hatty? Well, first it's gonna need to curve the other way because that's how gravity works. But then it's gonna like kind of fold right here. Boom, there we go. There's a witch hat. What a beautiful witch hat too. We'll go ahead and add that signature little witch hat thingy right there. We'll go ahead and make this a little bit better, connecting these. Let's try to make this actually even wider than it initially was, because that was the whole point of this one, was making it wider. Does that look good? I don't know. Now this seems a little too small, even though, yes, that was also kind of the point, was making that part small. But it still needs to be proportional enough to look nice. I don't know, let's go ahead and erase this. We'll do the top first, and then we'll do the bottom, and we'll think about the bottom as we're doing it to try to come up with something. Alright, so to do the bottom, go ahead and get that, and we'll just go ahead and get that in there too. There we go. Go in there, and then actually bend this like this, and this like this, because of how it's bending. Alright, there we go. Perfection. Is it really? No, this looks like a sausage noodle. This doesn't look like a witch hat at all. I've been lied to by myself. Yeah, this just looks wrong, and that's not long enough. Let's go ahead and keep the top and try to do something with this bottom then, if we can't get that to look right. It looked okay at first, but then I just kind of kept making it look worse and worse. So let's try to make it a little better. How are we going to make it better? We could just do the signature little thing that we always do with the witch hats, but try to make it bigger. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Except for let's go like this. All right. Isn't it beautiful? It's a little messy, but you know, we can fix it up. There we go. There we go. There we go. Perfect. That actually doesn't look too bad. It's not like perfect or anything, but it's not terrible. Alright, there's our little witch hats. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Which one's your favorite? Leave it in the comments. Oh, I didn't catch that. See you in the next video.